All right, this is fans' opinion and question for the day. I am right. How do you do?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, question for the day. The concept of the Big Six in the Premier League has been a topic of discussion for years. Do you think this grouping still holds relevance today, especially considering the performance of clubs like Chelsea and Manchester City and even Manchester United?
These performances are like players' form too. Class is permanent, form is temporal. So these clubs, if you are big, you are big. We saw an era whereby even the Madrid of this world were struggling to get into even the semi-final of the Champions League. So if you are big, you are big. But the idea of the Big Six now, over time, it can shift. But for now, I think status quo still remain. The Big Six are still the Big Six. Despite the challenges of Chelsea, Man U, they are the ones in Europa League and Conference League. Even with the way that they have not been stable. Man City, Arsenal, they are still in the Champions League. Liverpool is still there. The only team that will say is missing from the Champions League is Chelsea, but they're also in Europe.
And Manchester United.
So, Man U, Europa
Tottenham.
League. It's Big Six. So when you talk about Big Six, we talk about Champions League and Europa League. That's why I said it's only Chelsea that is missing. So when you look at it, that idea is still valid. It's still valid for some time. Now, the wave of the game now cannot begin to shift because you see the investment that is going into Newcastle. You see the investment that is going into Aston Villa, which I think for the transfer window, winter transfer window, they are the biggest winners. For one of the biggest winners for the guys they brought into their fold. So I think that the idea still holds water.
All right, outside the Big Six, which of are the other teams in the EPL do you think is trying to find its way into that group of Big Six?
Yeah, I think number one has to be Aston Villa. I think number two has to be Newcastle. Then number three has to be Brighton. Those teams are really, really coming up with a performance. For me, I think Nottingham Forest is just this season wonder. I don't see them holding on to that threshold. I don't see them competing consistently like this, the way they are this season. So for me, first off, Aston Villa, Newcastle, then Brighton.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
To our viewers, your comment in the comment section.